Well, a major goal of the COP28 summit in Dubai will be reaching a new agreement to address the world's suffocating plastic problem. Reports predict the volume of plastic entering the world's oceans could triple in the next 15 years if immediate corrective action is not taken. One major polluter is Japan, a country which is second only to the US in the amount of per capita plastic waste it generates per capita. Experts there are warning that the country's worsening plastic addiction is already unsustainable. Chris Gilbert has more from Tokyo.
The environmental cost of convenience. Millions of plastic bottles, buckets, tires and toys washed up on the banks of East Tokyo's Arakawa River is an indictment and illustration of Japan's plastic problem. Volunteers come here every week to clear the grass, collect the trash and carry it off. The group has collected 16,000 bags of plastic in 6 years, and it's not finished yet.
We're cleaning much faster than it's accumulating, for sure. And people all over Japan, there are thousands of beach cleanups all over Japan. And we can't even get it all done. We just keep hitting it every week. We just keep chopping at it. So we'd like to have more people joining.
While these volunteers are making headway, the country is barely making progress with kicking its dependency on plastic. Japan produces more than 21 billion plastic bottles annually, a 65% increase over the last 2 decades. And while it's a world leader for waste collection, with recycling services reaching more than 90% of households, experts are concerned about how that waste is recycled. Every year, more than 2.5 billion plastic bottles are incinerated and pumped into the atmosphere, where the microscopic debris stays until it's inhaled or settles on the land or ocean. Professor Hiroshi Okochi's research team has found microplastics in the clouds 1,000 feet above Mount Fuji.
Today, the weather seems fine, but there are definitely microplastics flying around in the air. Humans know about the plastic waste in the ocean. They know about the harm to animals because they can see it. But there are plastics all around us right now. They're just invisible.
He says the concentration of airborne plastic may be especially high in megacities like Tokyo.
Japan's work-focused culture has fed its waste consumption. Busy people on the go can get a nutritious lunch and a coffee for less than $5. But there are long-term costs for this convenience, the waste that remains, and the taxpayer-funded recycling system.
But even recycling is not a foolproof method of disposing of plastic waste.
Ultimately, plastic wastes are prone to stay. It's hard to completely clear them, even if they're recycled. Our waste will stay with future generations. They will inherit it in all forms. It will impact their intestines and reproductive system. They will pay for our waste.
He says the cost responsibility must be shifted from taxpayers to producers to lift the price of plastic and deter its use if Japan is to help lead the world towards a more sustainable future. Chris Gilbert in Tokyo, reporting for DD India.